Where'd my mic go? Here it is. We get this turned on, get the other thing turned on. There's the green light there. There's the green light there. Put that down there. Let's see. Make sure I got the right mic selected. Yeah, DJI Mic Mini. Hello, everybody. How we doing today? Let's see. Little impromptu Tuesday evening kind of deal. Going to have some fun. Let's see. Hello, Larry. Just to cover bases. Hi, Cindy, Joe, Denise, Trudy. Hey, April. Larry's got it covered. Hello, Denise. How you doing? Larry hopes everyone had a good day. Absolutely. Thank you, Larry. You as well. Oh, look at that. She said the same thing. Thanks, Larry. You as well. April's in the house. Cindy's in the house. Larry said hi to all you guys. Joe's in the house. And Larry and Joe and Cindy and April and Joe and Larry and Cindy. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Carrie's in the house. She's even going to grab a mic. Okay, so first thing we got to do, so we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to clean out the blanks from last night, put the wax in there and stuff like that. Then we're going to take them over to the sander, for which I have already positioned a camera so you guys can watch me do that operation. And then we'll bring them back over here and we'll turn them on the lathe.
Are these for the
Dolphins?
The Submariners?
Yeah. There's Kevin. We didn't see you come in, Kev. Hello.
Well, he'll be here shortly.
Or maybe Larry forgot about you. I don't know. Hurry up, Larry. Say hello. Okay, let me switch the camera here. I don't know which one that was. Let's see. Webcam, 16 megapixel.
Oh.
It's going to be this one here.
Yeah.
There it is. Part of the
April.
shop. Part of the shop you don't see much.
No.
But the things I need over there are, oh, actually, carry Amy down here with the E-meat, would you? We got clean out to do here. E-meat. The camera's called E-meat. I don't know why.
Okay, then I'm going to say hello to everybody because you didn't let me do that.
I got to find my X-Acto knife.
Okay, let's find. Let's see if I can see. There you go.
There we go. E-meat.
Give me a chance.
E-meat.
He doesn't even give me a chance.
Yes, I did give you a chance. I was just looking at you to make sure it was there.
Oh, gosh. Help me.
Okay, so the first thing we do is.
Can I say hello?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
We're going to get the wax out of here.
Okay, you do that and.
Go, say hello.
Hello, Larry. Welcome in. Glad to see you. I didn't know he scheduled this. Tim scheduled this live, so it doesn't look pretty like I usually do it.
Yeah, because I'm not pretty.
No, he can't do that. Hello, Denise. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. Glad to see you here. Glad to see Larry here, and he's doing well. Let's see. We have April. Good evening, Leopard family. Hello, Cindy. Welcome in. Glad to see you here. And Joe, hello. Oh gosh, all the peeps are here.
You know, I just did that, right?
That's fine, but I didn't.
Okay, just checking.
My goodness. And Kev is here. Don't forget Kev, and he'll be back here. And he's been working very hard on his Jasmine. So he's really moving quite along. He started multiplacing, and he wanted for Christmas a multiplacer that screwed in and a Spider-Man looking pen. So I had a red.
So I told him to go order one.
Yeah, whatever. So he got a red, white, and blue blank I had from the New England Patriots. And so we put a screw in that and gave him that for Christmas. And he got 2 other kits. He wanted diamond painting for Christmas, which is exciting. So he's been using that pen specifically, and he's really going through kits faster than me. So
yeah, that boy can lay down some diamonds.
He's catching up with Cindy. They're gonna have a wall.
Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be a few years for that.
Well, she takes him down and rotates.
I know, but it's gonna be a few years for him.
It's always fun to see the new season or holiday.
Yeah, new month or holiday.
Yeah, whatever she has. I don't know if you do St. Patrick's Day or not, but
oh, don't tempt her. She'll go get a bunch of green.
Well, there's only gnomes came out last year. They did 3 or 4. They did a cute cat one, but they didn't do any of that. Dogs. They need to represent the dogs. So, but more people have cats and like cat stuff, I guess. I don't know. So, very exciting. And what am I working on? I'm finishing for the Small and Mighty event and then moving on to the mini DP Madness minis, doing a lot of minis. I did the Sparkle Ponies, which I posted, and I also did, what was the other one I did? Fairy Tales, which I started I guess right around Christmas time, and then I took it on my cruise and I was going to finish both of those, and I only got like half a mini dazzle done. It was so cold and there was no place to really sit because everyone was inside. And they were doing lots of extra trivia because it was so cold. I'll go sit in the bar. Nobody's there. There's few people. Nope, there was no spouts.
Everybody was there.
I did do the trivia, and I was Beauty and the Beast. Like, I know enough about that. And I didn't know that much. I got 10 out of 20, but people that won had a group, three teams doing it all at once. I'm like, well, that's not fair. So I was a single person, but I did pretty good. But anyway, so I finished those up, and then I saw that there was an Emma Casey event, which I forgot about. So I had to support Emma Casey, who is a leopard here. And so I started doing the sunflowers because I love sunflowers. And that went really fast by Diamond Design Co. And now I'm doing the spring one, which is like a green dragon with a rainbow. I was going to wait until June, but I just want to keep on rolling with those. So that's the sitting watching TV thing. And then I'm getting ready to do an unboxing. It's kind of already released, but I didn't see this one out there, so I figured I would help support since I had it and do that. And I have a couple other kits as well and some blanks that I'll probably do a video on just so I can go through them and you can look at them. And if you're interested, that would be great too. So a lot of different things going on here. I'm busy, busy, busy. Oh, St. Patty's Day is all ready to go up. See?
There you go.
See, I told you she's all prepared. She's all ready. All ready.
So these are all the little plastic dots that come out, and believe it or not, saves us a ton of time.
Why?
From digging out all the epoxy and glue that's on the inside of the tube. It prevents it from going inside the tube.
So the pink one is gold, right?
Yep.
That's gold. And then the leopard one should be gold.
Okay, short on that side. Short on that side. Short on that side. And then short on that side. So these will be the 2 1/16. These will be the 1 15/16.
So the pink one is gold as well as the leopard color one. It's kind of gold and like a blurple. And then we have the wood one, which will be silver. And then the other swirly red, green, and blue blank has silver.
I'm going to do the long one.
That will be silver
first.
as well.
I'm going to need my caliper. Where is Mike? Here it is.
So Submariners, they can't wait to get out. I can't wait to get out. Can't wait to get out.
It's not true.
Well, that's true.
It's not true.
That's how it was at that meeting. They talked about getting out, and now they remember, and they buy stuff with dolphins and all that good stuff. He's huffing at me. So
nobody was complaining about getting out or wanting to get out. They were just talking about their times when they were in.
Okay.
Some guys have been out for 40 years.
He's always correcting me.
Well, because that's the truth. Jeez.
No, it's not.
Okay, switch me over to the 16 megapixel, please.
Whatever. I give up. I'm fired now.
You're fired.
I'm fired.
Fired.
I need a job.
16. No, the USB camera.
Nice.
That should do it. All right. Now, what we're going to do over here is trim the blanks. And I've got to get my helmet here.
Blue and purple combined is blurple.
Because this gets very, very fine dust.
Trudy came up with that.
I use this mask here, which pulls air in here that's filtered. It's battery powered, and it blows air down over my face so I don't have to breathe in all this stuff that you're going to see.
What kit did you get? A leprechaun. Which leprechaun? That's cool. That's fun, Joe.
Really?
Yes, you should try and do it. Hi, Spaceman is
Watch. I can fog it up.
He's
and
Darth
turn it on.
Vader.
Clears it right up. Okay, so what we're going to do.
Oh, I see. April didn't know what Blurple was. Back when Cindy.
So what we need to do is figure out which one of these is going
Wait
to
till
go
he stops
inside
talking.
the blank. And I believe it's that one there. Yeah, so that one fits nice and tight in there. Put these away. And then we're going to take this little rig right here that I put together. And we're going to mount it in there like that. And it sits in a little V groove right here, as you can see. Keeps it nice and square. And as I put this on and trim it up to the wheel, it keeps it nice and square. So when the pen is put together, it looks good. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab the short end and then do it. Now you can just go ahead and talk, Carrie, because I'm going to dial this in here.
Confuzzled. That's interesting. Confused and puzzled. Well, that's what Blurple was. Trudy came up with that when we were turning Cindy's pen because it looked one color on the screen, but it really was another color. So, and it looked blue and purple combined. So we called it Blurple. Blurple or something like that. And as Denise indicated, Blurple is blue and purple combined. So we always say Blurple now. And you kind of really know the colors. Hello, Rebecca. Tim is over at the sander right now. Those blanks he drilled last night, he's now sanding them so they can fit in a writing pen. He can put the brass tubes in, I believe. But he has the space helmet on and he's over there. So I'm monitoring the chat speaking part. So welcome in. Yes, we are live on a Tuesday.
Boom.
We're live usually. We try and do it every day, but Tim's work schedule doesn't always allow us to be live on certain days. So we've missed some days. So he decided to finish this project because they are writing pens that have insignias that you earn when you are in the U.S. Submarine Service of the U.S. Navy. So one is for gold, which is officers, and the other is silver for the enlisted. So they love to have things with their insignia on it because they're veterans. So that's what these are for. We chose some blanks last night and he drilled them out. And now he is just sanding them so they are both even. Or will fit the top and the bottom. Because this is a cigar or a majestic. I'm not sure which pen kit he was doing. They're actually a different pen kit, but it's a style of either a cigar, pen kit, or a majestic. And all orders from last weekend have shipped officially today. So you all should be getting those soon if you have an order and you're listening. We look forward to seeing them. Please share them on the Facebook group Leopard Leatherworks at Leopard Leatherworks and Diamond Painting Pens. That way, new customers, we're getting a lot of new customers lately, so they would love to see what you have gotten. So please do share, especially if it's something that we don't normally do a lot of, like a writing pen or a tray or whatever. We want to see your stuff, and so does everyone else. And if you're viewing and you're just lurking, come out and unlurk for a minute and say hi to us. We'd love to see who's here. And like what you see in here, give a thumbs up. That helps our algorithms. Hello, Anne. Welcome in here. Hello, Christina. Yay. We've got about 14 watching now, or 13. And then popped in and then popped out. Got 13 watching now. Yay, thank you, everyone. I'm getting ready to finish my premiere video that I'm going to put up. So look for that. Tim's going to show me how to upload a premiere video so I can do more videos myself.
Man, that one doesn't come off very fast.
I will be back. I have to leave in a few minutes to go get Kevin.
Almost there. That should do it. Beautiful. Oh, she left us. Oh no. Okay. I think she got to go get Kevin soon. Oh, not yet. All right. Okay. Now those are all done. Got to come over and got to dial in 1 and 15/16. We'll zero it out. Make sure we're always accurate. 1 and there's 15/16, and I take it 128 larger. So it's 121 over 128. When I slip it down over, then it's perfect. All right, here we go. Hello, Christina. Yeah, this is the boring part of the night, but we'll get through it. Perfect. Almost there. Just a hair more. Perfect. So close. Beautiful. All right, that's off now. Phew. Okay, let's get back to the stream here. Let me get the camera where we need to be. Okay, just wanted to make sure because I have said Larry, but his YouTube name says Lawrence. Yeah, he goes by Larry. I imagine his mom says Lawrence when she's mad at him. Lawrence? Yeah, that's it. Cindy's on point every day. I'm sure Carrie got all these. You live on a Tuesday? No, ma'am. We are dead. This has been pre-recorded. No, I couldn't be pre-recorded. I couldn't see your question then, could I? Ha, ha, ha. Let's see. Love that, April. Confuzzled, confused and puzzled. Absolutely. We're just getting stuff done. Hello, Rebecca. April, that's funny. You should say confuzzled. One of our employees used that word when he makes a mistake on the register. I'm confuzzled. Yeah, that works. That works. That's funny. That word gets around, doesn't it? Hey, Brian, how we doing? So we just trimmed those all up. And if you'll notice, the wood ones took a lot longer than the resin ones because the wood is stabilized wood and it's very, very hard. So it has to work itself down. All right, let's go. Let me come over here. Let me get I got to get the bushings here. We're not doing Majestic Squire. Let me put those away. And let's see, we'll bring out the bushings here. What did I try, Joe? Here, let's see. Big BU, that's one there. Oh, they're not in here. That one says cigar bushings, but I've used them so many times, they're too small. I got to get some from Brian because these ones you buy from Penn State and stuff they're not, wonderfully accurate. They're okay, but they're not great. Okay, let's get us a little cleaner outer here. We'll just get all the dust out of these here. What did I try, Joe? Being dead on a Tuesday? All right. And what's really, for me, what I want to be accurate in is if you don't make the blanks the exact size they're supposed to be, either the ink cartridge sticks out too far or doesn't stick out far enough and looks funny. All right, there's those guys there. Now, what we got to do is bring up the instructions so I get these guys right. Let's see. These are called Big Ben. They're actually Cigar, Big Ben, and Cuban are all the exact same thing. It's just different companies call them different things. All right, so let's get them in here, and I'm looking at the instructions now. And let's see. So the upper barrel is going to be the short blank. I think that's correct. Oh, that's not the instructions there. Okay, the upper tube is the short one. And if we put all these together, these are the short ones. So these will be the upper tubes. You can't mix them up because they're different lengths and the pen thing won't stick out again. Yeah, that was it. Oh, yeah, camera. Here we go. Thank you very much. Let's see. Camera. Let's come down here to this one. There we go. All right, so I cleaned these out. These are the short ones. You can see they're all about that long. All nice and dialed in. These are the long ones. So these are the lower part of the pen. These are the upper part of the pen. You can't mix them up because the pen will look funny and you got to take it all apart again. All right, let's come over here and let's roll down here. And now the tip. Oh, they don't give the dimensions on that one. Gosh, I hate when they do that. Oh, man. Let me go to a different place and get those. Oh, got to come over here to my keyboard. Cigar pen kit. You'd think somebody would be able to put this all on one page and get it correct, but you got to go to 2 or 3 if you don't have the paper with you. Okay, all right, so the tip is number 3, and number 3 has a 475 inch, 0.475 inch. Let me blow my calipers off here because they're all dusty. All right. Somebody's barbecuing outside. All right, we're going to go over to millimeters or decimal inches here. And we're going to get out these little pen dealios here. And one of these is going to be a 475. That's a 45 there. This one's going to be, you think they would mark these, that's a 49. There is no 49. Am I off? Oh, yeah, I'm off. Always got a 0, 4910. This is why I look at these and measure them, because sometimes they get mixed up and bushings aren't marked. They don't have the sizes on them. So they're a bit frustrating. So right now we're looking for a, there we go, 475. That's going to be the tip. So that'll be our tip guy right there. So now we're going to measure, get these all lined up. So there's that one there and that one there. We got them going in the right direction. There's that one there and that one there. And I just line these up because that's the way we cut them off the blank. All right, those go like that, because you can tell where the swirly was. That was on the end of the blank. So that goes like that. And then this one here, let's see, we drew on this one too. There's the arrow there. There's the arrow there. So those are going to line up like that. That was our design. Tip down here, cap up there. So there's our tip there. Let me get this, get it off to the side so I can see the chat there. Let's see. And then we got the middle one there. And the middle one always has the fatter towards the tip. There's a fatter side and a smaller side. Then this other one is going to be 0.460. You know, after you do them for a while, they're a little bit smaller, Brian. I don't know where that 490 came from. That thing is way out of whack. Yeah. So that's 460. That's right there. So there, that'll be the lineup for our things. Now, we use what's called turn between center bushings. They're adapters. And I've got them. Did I bring those over there? No, they're over here somewhere. And these are actually made by Brian. And what these do, instead of, we used to use that big long mandrel, but that thing gets a little flexible in the middle and you don't get that accurate of a pen anymore. So we'll insert these in there, and I always feel them to make sure they're nice and tight and don't wobble. And then we'll put one on this end here. Again, nice and tight, don't wobble. And then we'll stick this one on that end, this one on that end. And then we shouldn't have much play. And then we're going to turn it just like that. Now, when we're done with all these tips, because I always remember this is the tip, so I think about how I want this thing to flow as I'm carving it. And then we'll come over here, and then we'll do all these on the other side. All right, so here we go. Let's take this one over to the lathe. Let me switch the camera here, because now we're going to play over there for a bit. There we go. Joe, that I was just thinking to come over to here now where the scene of the crime from last night was. That ebonite, man, that was hot stuff. I kept looking at that for an hour. Carrie tried it out. She goes, man, it's really nice. It's smooth. It's like, woo, fantastic. Okay, let me get the stream up here. Oh, it's Monday Night Live. That one's over. Let me refresh. Refresh. Usually puts me right up front. There we go. All right. All right. Now, first thing we got to do is make it round. So we're going to turn it on hyper speed. Get our blower on. And then we'll just nibble away. We're in no hurry. It's wood. It's not terribly delicate. But if there's a defect and you get too aggressive, you'll find it. Hey, Brian, do you make your bushings out of something different than what the Penn State and other bushings are made out of? Because I would like a set of bushings that doesn't wear out too much. I know they're all going to wear out a little bit because we're essentially sanding against them. Because I actually wear out cigar bushings or Big Ben or whatever you want to call them, and Majestic Squire. There's our junk steel. Okay, so I need a good set of Majestic Squire and a good set of cigar bushings or Big Ben or whatever you want to call them. And a Majestic Squire. And I'll probably slowly over time just slowly replace all the ones I got. But those are the ones, oh, the Gatsby Sierra. I use that one a lot too. Beautiful. I probably got to go to your website and order them, huh? I mean, I got to work. All right, now I start shaping a little bit. I'm going to leave it just a little fatter than the bushings. Probably 0.5 millimeter or so. Beautiful. And I used the sanding block. Let me turn the speed down. Hey, Rebecca, look, pink dust. I ran Majestic Squire last night, as a matter of fact. Beautiful. I'm running adapters. Yeah, I got 2 sets of adapters from you. They work like a champ. All right, we're going to take this thing here. Yeah, Joe, that ebonite last night, man, I can't wait I'm trying to get ahead this week, trying to get crazy. We've got probably 20 orders left, and I want to just get ahead of them bad boys and get myself some time this weekend to turn a pen. Tomorrow I got to do Stacy Hardy's franchise, and then I got to do the Leap pens for January. We're so far behind. And I'll feel good when those are done. I feel mental pressure right now. Like, oh, get them done. I probably left this one a little too thick, but that's okay. We'll wear it down. Yeah, they are softer. I would agree with that. This is going to take a little too long because I left it a little too thick. But we'll get it down to where it needs to be. Do a little shaping here. Nah, it's going to take too long. Let me get the knives back out. This is stabilized, by the way. Whew. Let me turn the blower on. All right, that's good there. That'll save us 10 minutes of sanding. Blower off. All right, here we go. Back to the grind. We may not get all of these done tonight, but we'll get a bunch. I want to be off by 8 our time in respect for the office of the presidency and have people enjoy the State of the Union or State of the State or presidential address, whatever they call that. Like him or not like him, you have to respect the office and at least listen, I think. That's my opinion. And then I want to watch the antics at the end. And I want to see the hockey team. All right, this one's shaped up very nicely. Beautiful, very nice. Now, we're going to sand this, but we're not going to sand it to 2,000 like I normally would because wood doesn't really benefit from that. Wood, you know, you take it to 400, 600, maybe 800 tops, and it is so dang smooth it ain't funny. Doing any more than that, you're not really polishing the wood. You're just wasting time. Now, if there were resin in here, like resin and wood mix, I would keep going higher because you want the resin to really pop. Yeah, Joe, that ebonite, man, I was just, oh my goodness. I didn't know what to expect because as I showed you on the screen, that rod of ebonite just looks ugly. But man, what a beautiful, a subtly beautiful. You know me, I like the wild colors and the vibrant colors. And this was not that. This was very subtly gorgeous. Yeah, so if any Turners are in here sneaking around and listening, go see Brian at tbcadapters.com. tbcadapters.com. Quality stuff, quality guy, stands behind his product, all that good stuff. That I like. And don't forget he's human. He might get behind. Ooh, that feels so smooth. Whew. You can start seeing the shimmer in this now before we even stop it and look at it. Hope you enjoyed the trimming of the blanks. It's not something we normally show because I usually don't have a camera over there and it's super dusty and I don't do any talking while I'm doing it because I got the mask on. You couldn't hear me if I wanted to. Both Cigar and Squire. You got any Gatsby's or Sierras, whatever you're calling those? Whew, man, that feels so nice. Whew. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is clean it off. Where'd my water bottle go? Here we go. Let's get rid of all the junk on there. All right, now we're going to dry it out. Again, these are stabilized blanks. They don't suck up too much moisture, but whatever they do, I want out of it. I need a mask like that for leaving the house and being around people. Yeah, those masks are between $300 and $500, $600, depending on which one you get. I just didn't want to breathe. You can't even hardly see that dust, but man, I'm telling you, you're breathing it if it's there. All right, let's just make this, going to give it some friction here. And see, by using these TBC adapters right here, it really makes the pen turning a lot more accurate because you don't get the flex. And you will get a flex, and you'll get what's like an offset blank that you got to put together on your pen. And you're like, oh, crap. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Oh, that is, we're going to go to the camera on that one, or the microscope. That is beautiful. What a great color, too. Rebecca, order one now. It's pink. Let's see. Let's come over here to, let's go to digital microscope. Let's get it over here where you can see it. Look at that. That is, there's a little face right there. Look, there's a face. It's smiling at you. It's a snowman face. Can you believe that? A snowman face right there. Did you guys see the snowman face? Where'd it go? Let's see. There it is. There. I got the light on his eyebrows, then his eyes, then his cheeks, then his nose, then his smile. Ha 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 ha. Very cool. Very cool. That is a beautiful blank. All right, we'll leave that over here. Now I'm going to, just for the sake of time, I'm going to do the wooden one now. The other burl one. I may not get to the resin ones tonight. All right, there we go. Let me come back over to the lathe. Let me change the camera again, or Sarah's going to yell at me. I can feel it. I feel it coming. Just kidding, Sarah. Okay, let me change the camera. Camera, where's the camera? Okay, we'll shut that down. Camera, 16 megapixel. There we go. Yeah, that was cool, huh, Joe? Got a little face in that baby. Hard to see with the naked eye, though, I'll tell you that. It's very small. That's a 250x microscope. All right. Okay, here we go. Blower on. Just nibble away at this one too. And this is a burl, heavy duty burl. So this one has a lot of defects. Oh. This was not quite as hard as that curly mango there. All right, let me get my slow knife out here. We're going to nibble that down to the bottom there. Brown dust. All right, where are we at here? Come in closer. Yeah, you know, funny, Brian, is every single night we've got a Brian product here on the channel. Every night that we go live, we're doing Brian stuff. I found out about TBC adapters when you were on, what's the guy out of Carson City, Nevada? Sells the little resin book. I could see his name. He was down there at Turner's Warehouse. Tall guy. Why can't I remember his name? I want to say Rex, but it's not Rex. Now it's going to drive me crazy. Somebody say it quick. Zach Higgins. That's it. Zach Higgins. Hey, Eric. How we doing? This is actually, it's some type of burl. I'm not sure which kind it was, but it's going to be beautiful. I'm telling you. It is going to be beautiful. Eric, what brought you in tonight? Glad you're here, buddy. We're just doing up a couple of cigar pens or Cubans or Big Bens, depending upon where you shop. And they're going to have, the thing that makes these unique is they're going to have a Submarine Dolphin, or which is a submarine warfare insignia as its clip. Rather than just the straight old metal clip. That's Zach Higgins. That's the one. That's cool. I love it. Love it, TBC. Yeah, we're actually on Twitch right now, too. We're Twitch and YouTube tonight. All right, that one looks good there, shaped in. And again, I use those foam sponges a little bit to rough them up to get rid of all the unevenness, but I use them for a little bit of shaping too. A little bit of finite shaping to get the finger grips correct. Usually, Eric, we're doing diamond painting pens. We did one last night while we prepare after we prepared these blanks. And tonight we're just playing around with some stuff midweek. Usually we're live on the weekends. Like Larry said earlier, hope you had a good day today. Ooh, that feels smooth. That's the one, Brian. Zach Higgins. I bought his $10 book and boom. Nice, Eric. Glad you're here. We prepared a bunch of blanks last night, and we're going to put a few of them together tonight. I probably do between diamond painting pens and ink pens, probably 25 a week. And most people watching right now are our customers. Larry doesn't diamond paint, Lawrence in there, but he's a great friend, scroll saw artist, does make some pens himself, and we've highlighted his pens on the channel as well, just showing them up when he does them and sends us photos. And by the way, if you're a pen turner, that TBC bushings there, hit his website, tbcbushings.com. Makes better bushings than the ones you can buy elsewhere. Better steel, lasts longer, and he makes these things called turn between center adapters, which are these guys right here. They got a 60-degree cone on this end, so it fits on your live centers and dead centers. And it's got a 7/32 inch insert that goes inside the bushing. So you don't need to use that mandrel anymore. You can, but you don't have to. Much more stable turning. But tbcbushings.com. I'm a customer. And I every night I'm doing stuff, and I got his adapters or bushings up here doing them. And if you're a serious pen turner, it's worth the investment. That is for sure. You go, baby. You and Larry. Larry, too. Larry's got to do his outside or in the little shop on the front porch or whatever, and he's dedicated, man. He gets out there and does it. Okay, so now we're going to dry this one up again. We're going to wet it first. We got to clean it off. Get all the sanding junk off of there. So get it nice and wet. This is a piece of stabilized burl, but still I want to get it super nice and clean. And then we'll break out our other paper towel, which is just another one, and we're going to dry it up. Now we're going to, even though it's stabilized, the outer layers of a little bit of that wood grain do suck up some water. If they didn't, then guess what? You would not see this change color from light to dark and stuff. So we're cooling that off there, creating some heat. That'll blow that out. Then we're going to suck up a little bit of this beeswax and mineral oil mixture there. And we're going to create some friction and get this to soak in real nicely. Yeah, we're in the shop in the garage, Eric, and we turn all year round. I think we got 1 billion videos up. I'm sure it's not 1 billion. It's probably less than 1,000, but we've been doing this for about 3 years now and just having a blast. It's not my day job, but boy, I sure wish it was. Nope, Larry holds the group together, man. Gives us tips and tricks from around the world of scroll sawing and general information, all that kind of good stuff. And we appreciate everybody being here. We appreciate everybody. Okay. Oh my goodness, this looks like the dashboard of a Rolls Royce. Whoo! We're going to check this out in the microscope right now. We love to do this in the very exciting blanks. Look at this thing. Oh, let me get some of that wax off there. It's awful heavy in the wax. Okay, there we go. Look at that. That is like the dash of a Mercedes-Benz or Rolls-Royce right there. Oh my goodness. This might be Amboina. Amboina Barrel. We're going live tomorrow night too, April. I'm having fun now. That is one gorgeous chunk of burl. That's going to be beautiful. Okay, we'll lay this one over here. Take out our thingies here. Got to get my tray. I don't want them rolling all over the place. All right, what time is it? It is 7:15. We're going to turn, let's do our 2 other wooden ones. These will be our other end. We'll turn this curly mango first. Let me get the other adapter here. We'll do the other 2 pens tomorrow night along with some other stuff. Ouch. Smashed my finger. No fun. All right, let me flop the camera over. Gonna have to some serious withdrawal. We'll keep you fed. We'll keep you fed. Okay, back over here we go. Let me get rid of the diaper. Full speed ahead. Tighten that up. It's too bad we have to waste so much of this blank and cut it away. That's just me putting my hand in the air chute. Let me tell you, that carving shooting off of there, man, that is hot. Feels like a big butane blowing against the side of my hand. Again, this is going to be our cap up here, and this will be our center down here. And sometimes, Eric, we go through the whole process on screen. Like last night, we showed the drilling of the blanks and gluing them up, and today we trimmed them, and now we're turning them. This is my rest and relaxation time. This is so much fun. All right, that's the general shaping. Let me slow it down now. That will get rid of some of that heat. Break out our little guy here. I do drill them on the lathe. Yes, sir. You can watch last night's video. We get out Mr. Chuckles there and hook him up, and the what do you call that, keyless chuck on the other side, and put us a nice drill bit in there and then go for it. And when I say Mr. Chuckles, it's one of those Nova jaw chucks or whatever it is. Like I said, most of these fine people here are customers, and I've got it structured where we make a profit on every single pen we do. We let those profits add up, and then we go buy more tools to make things. We even do fountain pens too, and I may even get to a fountain pen this weekend. All right, that's pretty good right there. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit here. Remember, this end up here is going to be our clip end, or our tip end, our top end, I should say. Let me blow all this away. All right, that's all blown away now. We'll get this out of the way. We'll get the diaper in here. Yeah, you know, the lathe is accurate because you're sort of lined up in this direction here, you know. You put it in the chuck here, you know, this is square, you know, this is square, and I find better success. The only place I've had a really problem at all making pens was the trimming. I used to use one of those little barrel end trimmers till I saw a guy on YouTube turning pens, and he used this little sanding thing. And then just within 2 weeks after that, Turner's Warehouse was offering this little block that I use to put the little punches into, and that holds it nice and square. And I thought, oh, that's nice. So I'm always trying to figure out another way to make it accurate. The other way to make it more accurate was using these TBC adapters, so I can turn between the centers instead of using the mandrel. And I use the mandrel for quite a bit. I'm not anti-mandrel. This just takes it up one notch, that's all. So everywhere along the line, I'm trying to figure out how to make a better and better product. And I get that not because I'm some engineer trying to figure it out. I just watch a lot of YouTube. And I'll run across something. I go, ooh, I got to save that and write it down. Yes, sir, Larry. That is another way of doing it. You bet. And I say do it whatever way you can. I'm not against any way. But I'm in production here. All the pens I make are sold, so I have to make a super quality product. So I'm always looking to, figure out how to do it better, easier, and waste less time. YouTube certified. Me too, man. Me too. Yep, and I don't know it all. Don't look to me like I'm the expert. If you see something you like here, that's probably because I got it from someone else. Guaranteed. Even diamond painting pens. I remember when we first started a little over 3 years ago, Carrie came to me, and everybody's heard the story, but in short, she said, "Can you make one of those?" And I said, what is that? And she says, that is a diamond painting pen. And I said, that's cool. What's diamond painting? And now we've made over 4,200 or 4,300 diamond painting pens in the last 3 years. But, I went and looked at YouTube and looked up resin and saw Zach Higgins, bought his book, bought some stuff from him, bought some molds. Everybody's talking about P-Town Subby, so I went and got some molds from him. Then I heard about Turner's Warehouse. I got some stuff from them. So, yeah, just every something. It's just more learning and learning. Who haven't you heard of? I'll tell you who they are again. You'll love them, I promise you. Because every one of them have a great crowd that's in there learning from them and selling good products, quite frankly. Diamond painting pens. Yeah, you can look at the other, just this past weekend, a couple of lives we did and some premieres it's a pen that you use to do diamond painting with. And diamond painting is this craft that has a canvas with a pattern on it. And the patterns have symbols on them, so you know where to put the right drill. And then when you're done, it looks like this piece of art. By the way, it's covered with adhesive. So the little diamonds, which are called drills, stick to. You know Fred personally? That's awesome. He's an old Submariner. That's why he calls it P-Town Subbies. And I'm an old Submariner. Heck, the boats we served on aren't even around anymore. They're razor blades. We're all shaving with those boats. I don't know Fred except to order things from him and communicate with him in email. Yeah, diamond painting pens. It's all the rage. It's growing. It's a craft, and started in China around 2010 and really blew up in the U.S. During COVID. That's awesome. Yeah, they seem like nice folks. All right, that one is done being sanded. Now we're going to clean it off. Yeah, I've got quite a few of P-Town subby molds. That's what happens when you get it stuck over here on this thing. Yep, I have heard that for sure, Brian. Okay, let's dry this off now. Yeah, I bought some colors from him. The racks that go in and out of the pressure pots, I got those from him. All right, that's nice and dry. Let's get out our good stuff here. And we'll just sit here for a bit and give a little bit of heat up on there. Yeah, it's the whole Pendleton community. It's a really fun community. Really good stuff. And we just started getting into fountain pens. I've made 3, I think. 2 or 1 of them I'll show. The other 2 I threw away. I'm on the 4th one right now. And then I got to make one for Joe. And we're going to make hers out of ebonite. All right, that should be pretty good. We're just getting that grease, that wax put in there well. Yep, another beauty. Oh my goodness. Let me turn the big blower off now. Here we go again. Let's see. Let's come over here to the microscope. Woohoo! Look at that chatoyance. Man alive, that is nice. I like it. That art pink right there, I'll tell you. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let me pick up the other wooden one, the burl. 2019. Yeah, I believe you started then, Joe, because that was right before COVID. Yeah, so you got into it right before the big scream upwards. By the way, Eric, this is what a TBC bushing looks like. It's got a little cone on that end there. And then this is just a 730, same size as the mandrel, just goes inside there and boom, adapts your centers to your bushings. Works like a champ. All right, so after we turn this one, we'll put these 2 together. When I'm turning this one here, squaring it up, I'm turning it at the max of my lathe, which is 3,645 RPMs. And I'm just nibbling it away. Isn't P-Town Subbies down there in Portsmouth, Virginia? I think that's why he calls it P-Town. I was down there in Virginia Beach, Norfolk area back in the early 80s for a bunch of Navy schools. Yeah, I got you, Christina. I try to finish stuff myself. Trying to stay ahead of the beast. The beast being life. Whew, it's nice. All right, we're going to slow it down, trim it up with my little one here, get it all dialed in, and we'll do some shaping and finishing. And I am ever so slow at this stage because you don't want to get the end of this little blank caught in a bad way and chip out because there's no recovery. I mean, you could always super glue the crap out of it, but I don't know. I think you can tell. There's been times I just scrapped it, grabbed another blank, and started over. All right, that's good right there. The rest will be accomplished by sanding. Big blower off. All righty. I think tomorrow I got to clean out all my dust collection stuff. I can see the suction is slowing down a little bit or not as volumatic. Thanks to an ad on one of your apps. Nice. You've been sucked into the diamond painting universe. I need to take a break from cooking and diamond paint. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I enjoy cooking. I know you're probably not asking me, though. All right, that is shaped very nicely. I like it. My mom was a pretty good cook, but my dad was always in the kitchen. My goodness, he loved being in there. Mom was the mainstay homemaker while I was growing up, while Dad was out slaying dragons. And then there came a point where on the weekends he would cook. That's okay, Christina. They'll work out next time because you'll get better at it. Oh, the team is back. I hear the door going up. That can't be too often, Joe. Hey, Carrie, does the silver dolphins go with the burl wood and the gold go with the pink? Is that how you figured that one?
The gold is the pink, and
Silver is the silver is the burl, though, right?
burl.
This burl wood. You'll see one over in the tray there.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Carrie has certified that's how it'll be. Okay. It's your at. Well, that breeze feels good. Love to have a Blackstone gas. Oh, Blackstone gas grill. I'm selling mine. Want to buy it? We don't use it much. It's even got the wind guards on the side because we're in Oklahoma. Still can't use it outside. Nearly impossible. All right, that is nice and warm. Another beautiful burl. Let's check it out. All right, we're done with the lathe. Let's come over here to the digital microscope first. There it is. Oh, yeah, it's pretty. Looks just like the other one. Very, very nice. Beautiful. Ouch. Hit my head on the camera. All right, let me flip down here to the desktop here. There we go. All right, we're going to put these in here. We'll do these tomorrow night. Leave that over here. We'll put this over here. These will go in that one there. This one we'll leave here because we're going to put those in there tomorrow after we're done. TBC adapters we'll leave right there. And get rid of this stuff here. We don't need any of that. What I do need is a cleaner outer. Let me move my screen down to the big screen here. Send me your price. I am $1 billion. Price for what? I can sit down a little bit. Let me go wash my hands off here. I don't want to get the pens all dirty. Welcome back. I am on right now, just washing my hands, getting all the junk off my fingers and stuff. Man, some of that sandpaper really gets embedded. Must be the tannin in those woods or something. Man alive, my fingers are like yuck. Hardly even looks like I washed my hands. Yeah, that must be the tannin in the wood or something that stains my fingers. All right, here I come again. Let me gather the pen kits together. Let me get my tray. All right, I'm over here grabbing the pen kits. I'm going to need one enlisted, one officer. Then I'm going to need a pen kit. There's one there, and there's one there. Let's see, one is going to be silver, and the other one's going to, okay, there's a silver and there's a gold one. Okay, good. All right, let's move this up to here. And we're going to get out the oil pump here because I cleaned my hands and they're still dirty. Got that wood tannin all over there or something. Ah, the Blackstone. I got it listed on Facebook right now. You'd have to come all the way up here and get it. I'm not sure it would pay. Okay, here we go. Let's get rid of this kit for a second. We're going to do the gold one first. All right, so let me get all these unwrapped. Yeah, it's just too dang windy up here in Oklahoma. Back in the 90s, got out to Utah, and the scout troops out there do these things called 50 milers. And they go do it in the Uinta mountain range, which is this mountain range that actually I think runs into Colorado a little bit, or Wyoming, forget which one, on the northeast side of that world. All right, let's take this apart here. All right, so the first thing we got to do is we got to get a little paper towel so we can clean the ends and all that goodness of the douse a little bit of alcohol here. And this will allow us to clean the ends of our pens. All right, so these are going to be our ends there. See why we clean them? Look how dirty that is. I'm even going to stick it up inside there a little bit just to make sure it's all nice and clean. And then we'll take this brush and clean the rest. Okay, so there's this one here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put the tip on. This is going to be the tip. This is the gold one. So we're going to do this tip here. All right, so put this in here. Actually, let's do the bottom first. That's how we normally do this. Okay. Go back through the same circle here. That one's actually pretty clean. All right. Now we will take the tip, put that in there because that's going to be our tip. Did you get that right? There we go. That's our tip there. Beautiful. Oh no, the gold one's going to be the pink one. I got to get this right. I'm going to get in trouble. Oops, got to clean this one off. Doggone, I'm all out of sequence, aren't I? Yeah, we got I think it's a 28-inch Blackstone. Just can't use them here in Oklahoma. It's just too dang windy. Even though I installed the wind guards, they don't help much. They help a little for sure, but just sucks all the heat right out of it, that wind does. All right, here we go. All right, Butamus there. Beautiful, very nice. And then we got this thing here that goes on the other end. It's going to go in there. Somehow, did I get those reversed? Got to go look at the instructions now. Oh, I think I got them backwards. Do I have them backwards? Let's see. Let's see. Shorter tube is upper. Shorter tube is upper. Oh, I got them backwards. Doggone it. See that? Got to pay attention. Can't pay attention. You got to quit. Now we got to use the disgronificator here. Get it all pulled apart. Let me get my punches over here. I reversed them and didn't even realize it. All right, so we got to do is flip this one around here. And we got to take this blank right here, and I got to figure out which one it goes in. I'll take the tip out. I think that's got to stay in there to take that one out. I do that every once in a while. I get confused. Okay, that'll work. So you put it in here, cinch it down nice and tight. We'll pop that end out, then we'll pop the other end out. This is the screw up tool. Move that up where it needs to be. Take this one here. And that punches that piece out. We'll undo this, take our pen blank out, flip it around, and punch the other side out. We used to love to go camping. Used to love it. Let's see. Let's try this one here. That'll go in there. That'll punch the other side out. And we use this rubber tube so we don't damage the actual pen. Okay, here we go. This press fits together. We're just unpress fitting it, that's all. Okay, let's do this right. Make sure go look again. The upper tube is the shorter tube. And this is the shorter tube. So that's going to get that. That means this is the bottom tube, and we're going to put this in there. I'll get rid of this one here. Okay. Let's try this again, Joe. Joe needs to guide me better. Beautiful. Right in there. Now that looks like that makes much more sense now. And then we'll take this thing off of here. And we're going to put this little black spacer back in here because that is part of the pen. Is that angled? It is. And that is the correct way right there. Okay, that's nice and tight. Now we'll take this centerpiece, put that right there. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Now we will take this pen and drop it into there, that cartridge, exercise it a little bit. And then we will take this mechanism, which actuates it, slide it in there and screw that on. Before we ever put the pen together, we're going to exercise this a number of times, taking that protective tip off of there. There we go. And what we're looking for on this end here is that this pen come out to a very nice length. See that? That's because we trimmed it perfectly, and it looks just, and it lines up with, how do we do this here? There we go. Lines up with the blank. And we just exercise. A little stiff when it comes from the factory. All right. There's that part. Now we will take this part here. We'll put the center part on. The tip, the cap end is the smaller of the two ends. Beautiful there. And then we'll take this thing here and we will squeeze it onto there like that. And I'll post this in the submarine guy, girl groups, and they'll go crazy for it. So now we take this on there. We put that on there. Oh, that's the wrong star. We need the gold star. Beautiful. Very nice. Looks good. It's a little off center. We'll put that over there a little bit. I think when you tighten it up, it goes a little off center. Yeah, it does. But I'll push that back there where it goes. All right, there's that one there. Then we'll take this part here. Try to match up the chatoyance, which is probably about like that. Push them together. Now when you extend it, boom, there it is. That's what it looks like. Retract it and away we go. All right, there's that one. Now, the shorter is the upper. So there's the short one. Here's the bottom one. That'll be our tip. So now we'll get the other kit, dump it in here. Thank you, April. This is the easy part. Once you do all the other hard part stuff, this goes together pretty quickly if you get it right. You don't screw up like I did. And I do that about every 15, 20 of these cigar pens. I'll grab the wrong piece thinking I know which is which. Okay, this we're not going to use, so we'll save that for another pen. All right, now we're going to, let's see, let's take this apart here. There's that part there. We're going to take this and sink this into there. Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
What's happening?
Not much.
Okay. All right, there's that one there. Now we'll take this, put it in here.
Fancy.
Yes, fun. Boom. That goes in there. You can make these all day long, Kev. Too much work. Too much work, he says. He would rather diamond paint than make a pen. April says hi, Kevin. All right, we'll exercise this a little bit here. All right, that's beautiful there. Then we'll take this one here. See, if you get it right, it goes real fast. Screw up, you get to spend more time fixing it. And I took the star off here because it might crush it going in the top there. We do not want that. You are correct, Kevin. Boom, just like that. And then we will take this thing here, put it on there. Nobody's. They're going to be, no, this, come on, get in there. There we go. I must have the wrong star or something. Let me go grab the other star over here. See if I can do these. Yeah, I saw it, Kev. Yep. Okay, yeah, I had the wrong star with that kit there. So, left the clip over there. All right, now we will put that on. No, that's a gold star. I need the silver star. What are you doing, Timothy? Where is the other? Oh, there it is. Yeah. All righty. I must have those backwards. Wonder why it's not going in there. Wonder if the gold stars are different than the silver stars. That's weird. That is very odd. Oh, that goes in that one right there. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to pop that one out. So let's get the disc gronificator back out here. Apparently, these little caps are threaded differently. Let's see. Let's take one of these here. Oops, I hit the camera. It's like we're in the bat cave. Okay, so that'll how we'll do that one there. Geez, if Tim would just do this right, this would go a lot faster. Yeah, I love the cigars in the second love. Hey, Denise, what's that one we did for your aunt? What was the name of that kit? Royal or something like, oh, that was a great kit. I like the EDC Big Ben. I like the Big Ben cigar Cuban, whichever you want to call it. All right, let's get that out of there and put this one in there. That's the one we need right here. That one we made for Carla. Man, that thing, I love that pen kit. That's a really good looking pen. That, the Big Ben, I like the Majestic Squire. I like the Gatsby. And I really like that Big Ben EDC. That is a very nice pen. That's one of Larry's. Larry likes that one too. What is that? Oh, Caitlin Clark. Very nice. Okay, what did I do with the... Oh, it's still here. All right, this is going to get pushed into here now. The good thing is, no matter what mistake you make, it's always recoverable. It's just pens. We're not doing brain surgery here. My Band-Aid's coming off. All right, now we'll take this one here, put that down through there, put this on here. And these are available for cops and firemen and Air Force people and all that kind of fun stuff. There we go. It's together now. Beautiful. Oh, it's nice. Look at that. That looks like the dashboard on a Rolls Royce. Look at that. Woohoo! Polaris. That's the one. Yeah, that's a very nice pen kit. I'm going to post these up on the Submarine World, and they're going to go crazy for them. I'll have Carrie do it up for me. She'll take very nice photos. Polaris. Yeah, that is nice. Yeah. Denise has got a couple of cigars. I'll tell you that. We've done a few of those. They're a fun one to make and all that good stuff. And they always look nice. They always look very classy. I got one ordered in stainless steel finish. Very nice. Yeah, the DuraClick EDC is also a very nice pen. You bet. Let me get this up on my face. I looked at my videos one time and I was like, there's no people on the videos. It's just all watching pen turning, which is fun too, but we need some people in here. Anyway, everybody have a fabulous evening. We were glad you were here. Enjoy your evening, and I think we'll see you tomorrow night. Can't guarantee it, but I sure hope so. So we'll see you then. Goodbye. I got to get that thing off of there. There we go. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.